I guess the big talking point when it comes to his books, everyone's like, oh, they're so expensive, they cost so much money. And like, they are. They're certainly not cheap, but Simon of the Board A-hole here, along with Gerald the Fitness Mascot and Stanley the Gaines Giraffe. If you don't watch all my videos, and I don't expect you to, you're like, why has he now got two stuffed toys that are meant to be fitness mascots? You're just going to have to find the correct video where I explain it. Yes, I'm a very strange man. But another month has passed us by, so in that community feed, I asked for your Q&A questions. So as always, let's not stand on ceremony here, Mr. Wayne. Good old Bane, he knows what he's doing and he's so flippin' jacked. And right now, I shall answer your questions. Jablack Jam asks, when are you gonna buy Greg Doucette's freaking cookbook? Well, my friend, Jam I'll call you, Jam's delicious. I have bought both of Greg Doucette's cookbooks, and I would recommend them highly. I guess the big talking point when it comes to his books, everyone's like, oh, they're so expensive, they cost so much money. And like, they are. They're certainly not cheap, but, you know, worth is something that is determined by the person with the cash. Like, I may buy some stuffed toys for a ridiculous amount of money. They were not expensive. They were a gift, actually. Don't need to talk about that. But if I do that, you may go, you're crazy. But if I think you're worth it and I have the cash, then they're not. Now, the thing when it comes to Greg Doucette's cookbooks is they are full of incredible information and incredible, like, delicious food that you can eat while also getting in shape. And to me, that is worth a lot of money because I like to keep my diet varied and I like to eat nice things. So I don't really have anything else to say about it. I enjoy Greg Doucette's content. I enjoy Greg Doucette's cookbooks. If you want to buy it, you should buy it. If you don't want to buy it, you shouldn't buy it. But don't steal it. Will Tennyson has joked about this. Greg Doucette has talked about it a lot, even kind of put in some kind of bug in the last one. Don't steal. You wouldn't steal a car. Jeremiah says, are you ever going to do a should you listen to him about Chris Harrier. I mean, yes, the whole point of should you listen to him, or should you listen to them, I should say, because we can do men, women, companies, whatever, is you suggest it and I'll do it. And as you asked that and a few people gave it a little upvote, give a like, we will do very soon a should you listen to him on Mr. Chris. JTD said, did you know that due to a penguin's anatomy, they kind of live in a squat position? Gerald the Fitness Mascot is a leg day enthusiast. See, that's not a question, but it's a statement I wanted to include because everybody laughs. You down there, Stanley. Everybody laughs at Gerald. Not only is now Gerald a squat enthusiast, but look how strong he is. You can take a giraffe. No, don't fool now. You can take... Point is, he was holding him for a long ass time. Mike Miller says, good name. Do you use swear words like Mother Hubbard, shib, and flub in real life, or is that more for the videos? Well, it started off for the videos, because obviously YouTube doesn't like that stuff. Some people get away with it, and some people don't. If you are just starting off on YouTube, do not swear. And don't put in the swear bleeps either. Somehow YouTube's magic puppets working in the background can find that stuff, and it will sometimes make a video struggle. But it's like anything, right? Because I've done it so much in videos, now in my real life, Mother Hubbard I've always enjoyed. Mother Hubbard has started long before. I thought Mother Hubbard was far funnier than Mother Effer, so I started doing that. And then flub and shib is what I introduced when YouTube started doing that. So the other day, I did stub my toe and I went, oh flub. And then I kind of looked around and I was like, Simon, you've actually become a parody of yourself. And then I decided there's nothing wrong with that because I'm happy. The Strange Man says, yo Simon, what games are you currently playing? And what are your all-time favorite games? Keep up the good work, by the way. Thank you, The Strange Man, and keep on being strange in order to keep your name appropriate. What kind of games am I playing at the moment? Not as many as I should. I've been playing a lot of the latest Dirt, which I think is Dirt 5. Sometimes I think it's Dirt 6. I can't remember. I'm also playing that Tetris game that came out on Xbox Series X. Was it called Tetris Magic or something? I just love Tetris. I understand it's just Tetris, but it's so relaxing. And it's designed to be relaxing, so I've been playing a lot of that. In terms of favorite games of all time, I mean, things will come and go, but Ocarina of Time, Zelda, will always be at the top because of when I played it and what it meant to me and so on and so forth. Shadow of the Colossus, amazing. Ico, amazing. Knights of the Old Republic, amazing. Dragon Age Origins, amazing. And we'll throw at the Elder Scrolls Oblivion in there as well. Gears of War, there'll be other things I'm not thinking about. RC Pro-Am for one out of nowhere. Any kind of Mario game and stuff like that. But yes, I haven't played as many games this year as I should, which is good because it means I've been busy and I do need to get back to them soon. I also play a lot of FIFA because I'm just that guy. 10 minutes, kick around easy. Bobby says, Simon, thanks for the content, brother. Thanks for you, and thank you for letting me know you're part of my family. Do you think deadlifts should go on back days or leg days? Well, I would always put the regular deadlift on a back day. I mean, it's kind of hard. I understand why you would put it on a leg day, but I think on leg day you should be doing Romanian Romanian deadlift. So that's what I do. So if I'm doing a back day, I do a normal deadlift. And when I'm doing a leg day, I do a Romanian deadlift. Because obviously Romanian deadlift is going to hit your glutes and your hamstrings far more than a normal deadlift, even though the normal deadlift will still incorporate them. But you should be bringing your back so much more into it with a normal deadlift than you do on a Romanian deadlift that you should put it with back. But let's face it, even if you did do it with leg day, is it going to make a massive difference? No, not really. I mean, your back may be a bit sore when you get to pull or back or whatever you're doing, but that's not the end of the world. So you can kind of choose. But my opinion, that's how I would do it. I don't want to say the names anymore. I ran them into the ground and now they just sound weird. Noah says, will you collab with anybody in the fitness industry anytime soon? Absolutely. I would collab with anybody. Well, within reason. If I looked at their channel and they're like, kicking fitness mascots that are puppets or toys, I wouldn't do that at all. But yeah, I mean, collaboration on YouTube is really cool. It's really exciting. It usually benefits your audience because more people are going to find you and more people are going to find the other person. So yeah, if somebody reached out and it all ticked the boxes, I am an open door. Sean says, when it comes to tracking, how do you deal with tracking calories burned? I feel like it's even more of an inaccurate minefield than tracking calories in, which we all know is at best an educated estimation. But it's kind of the same thing. Like, you do not know how many calories you're burning down to a science unless you've got some kind of team around you, which is why it's just so much better to, create your own baselines and go from there. So figure out the amount of calories you're taking in on a day. Let's just say it's 2,500 for the sake of argument. That way you know what you need to take away to lose weight and what you need to put on to add weight. Because if you do start eating 2,500 calories and you start getting fat, okay, well, I'm in a surplus now. I better sort it out. And it's kind of the same with burning calories. It's still, you are right, it's still kind of a guess. But start doing 30 minutes of cardio a day. There's a much better way to do this. A much better way for me to explain this. If you're going to do anything on a machine in a gym, start doing 30 minutes a day. And if it says you burnt 500 calories, just use that 500 to determine everything else. Now, it'd be a lie. All gym cardio machines lie. You will not have burned 500 calories. But if you burn 600 calories tomorrow, at least you know you're using the same machine, so you have burnt 100 calories more, even though it's probably only like 30, 35 calories more. But you still know it's gone up, and you can do it vice versa. And that's kind of the same just with the amount of cardio you do. If you have reduced your calories and doing cardio, and the scales are heading in the right direction, and how you know how you look, you can keep it to that. Whereas if you go off-piste, you can start chopping and changing and wiggling things around. But no, there's no way you're going to know how much calories I'm burning calories right now by wiggling my body right now, but I can't at the end of it write down, I burnt 71 calories doing that, because you don't know. You burn calories eating food because it takes your body to do stuff. But of course, we don't need to get into that. It's boring. Don't worry about it. Just try and operate within the own numbers that you create for yourself. I'm not even sure that made sense. Hank says, Hank's a good name. More people should be called Hank. Love your channel, Simon. Thanks, bro. For the sake of submitting a question, how hopeful on a scale of 1 to 10 are you that the Three Lions will win a major football tournament in your lifetime? The Three Lions being in reference to the England football team, for those that don't know. I mean, I doubt it very much. I think the expectation on the England football team leads us to believe that they're going to be very successful. But if you actually go through the game-to-game success stories, they capitulate and fall apart a lot. But thankfully, much like I do with professional wrestling, I just enjoy football for its entertainment value. I'm an Arsenal fan. If they lose, am I gutted? Yes. But I don't let it ruin my day because that sounds crazy to me. And it's kind of the same with the England football team. Would I love it if they won a trophy? Yeah, it would bring the nation together and that would be really, really fun. But I'm not going to be absolutely broken if they don't. They've got the team to do it right now, especially the amount of English players that have come through. They have all the potential in the world. But we said that before. Remember the golden era? And what did they win? Jackal. Zilzy says, what's your best advice for someone trying to put on size and muscle? Eat. Now, eat the right things, and obviously, try and balance it so you're not putting on fat. But I find that most people, when they first start eating, just don't eat enough. Well, in my own experiences, like when I used to do loads of pro wrestling, I used to go to pro wrestling training, a few people say, Miller, how much do you eat? And when I told them, they'd be like, are you flubbing kidding me, you mother Hubbard, you piece of shit? And I was like, yeah, that's how much you got to eat. You got to eat a lot of food. Now, of course, it's all different for each person. Doesn't mean you have to go and start eating 5,000 calories. But most of the time, people that are trying to put on muscle, they work out their calories and they're down at like 1,500, 1,800. Now, that may work for you, but most people that ask the question aren't putting on size. So yeah, size and muscles, train hard in the gym and figure out where your surplus is at to a certain degree and go from there. Christian says, now I can't recall on which video you mentioned it, but I think you said you love Dragon Age Origins. So who did you romance? You strike me as someone who chose Lyanna. No, I romanced Morgan, was it? Was it Morgan? I can't remember. The witch. and you could impregnate her in the end of the game, and I did. Then you had to play the DLC. They didn't even put it in the sequel proper. No, second game question of today. I love Dragon Age Origins. We just mentioned it a few minutes ago. Absolutely brilliant. When I saw the trailers, I didn't think it was for me at all. And then a friend of mine said, no, Millie, trust me, this is right up your alley. And I didn't believe him. I laughed in his face. Well, who's laughing now? Nobody. But I still like that game. Frank says, I'm very passionate about wrestling, Simon. I would love to do what you do at What Culture. Do you have any advice? Thanks for the content. I think I speak for all of us that we support you to the 1 million so the collar can be taken off your spirit animal. They both got collars now. Look at that. These tags send people nuts. Well, I've said if you want them off 1 million subscribers, meaning it's very unlikely they're going to come off. We have such a long way to go. My biggest advice is not just for people that like wrestling and want to do that kind of thing. It kind of ties into creating YouTube videos. Just start creating YouTube videos. There's no barrier to entry when it comes to YouTube. You can make a video right now and you can put it up there. Now, of course, is anybody going to see it? Is it going to get many views? Probably not at first. But if you then see an opportunity on social media or however the job opportunity comes into your eyes, and you have this whole portfolio ready to go, and the first question they're going to ask you is, well, do you like making videos and do you like the subject, in this case, wrestling? If you can go, yes, here's 100 videos I've created on wrestling, and they can see that you've got better and you've evolved and you've progressed, it's kind of like the gym. You're going to have more of a chance of getting hired. So if you're truly passionate about it and you truly want to do it, just start making videos. That's what I did. I'm not going to tell you where there are, but I've been making videos since 2011. Some of them are horrendous, but I like to think because I started when I did, I got the experience, I did all the things I just talked about, and now I'm lucky enough to have what I have. Not that I take it for granted, I totally know it could go away tomorrow. In fact, I live in fear of just that. Alice Cooper rocks, and it's a picture of Alice Cooper, and it's positive about Alice Cooper, so there's every chance this is Alice Cooper. So everybody calm down. And Alice says, who's going to win, Godzilla or King Kong? Well, I want to point out, I watched that trailer and I think it looked brilliant. I mean, look, in the real world, Godzilla probably, because he's got magic powers and lasers coming out of his eyes. But I prefer King Kong as a over-the-top gargantuan monster thing. So I'm going to go with him. Plus, looks a little bit like Gerald. Doesn't. And what a way to end the Q&A. Who would win between Godzilla and King Kong? Also, talking about movies that are kind of based in that thing, the Mortal Kombat movie is coming out in April, and I'm very excited about it. Mortal Kombat is great. Now, don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Subscribe if you want tags to come off fake animals. Sorry, Stan, don't get mad about that. Hit the bell, ding, ding, so you know when other videos like this are going live. There's a video right there. Give it a click, and you can watch more of my nonsense. Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, and merchandise is in the description below if you want to support me on social media or financially or anything like that. Otherwise, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, and I'll see you soon.